Hello Shenanigamers, and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. So last time we ended up actually losing Just Relax Kid, and we just put them back on the roster. Now, seeing as Just Relax Kid is officially dead, I figure maybe I shouldn't do this. But at the same time, don't feel like we really used them much, which is a bit of a shame. So, here's my thought process on this one. Since that decision was made on a spur-of-the-moment thing, and after later consideration I started questioning that decision, but the decision has already been made, we're going to leave Just Relax Kid on the roster now. But we're going to rename them to Just Relax Kid the Second. So, Just Relax Kid Jr. That way it's not the same person, but it's a spiritual successor. Now, in future, we're going to try not to do this, I believe. Just because it was a spur-of-the-moment decision, and we're trying to make it right now. Because Just Relax Kid is dead. Just Relax Kid the Second has come to avenge their father, or mother, or whatever their pronouns were. They are the spiritual successor to Just Relax Kid. But, yes, that is what we're gonna do to handle this situation. Anyway, moving on from that, we've got a massive amount of people who are at veteran level, and we have 2 champions now as well. We're not going to go on any champion missions this time around, though. Instead, I think we're going to go to the Cove, try to clear out some room battles. Maybe. There's a lot of different things we could do here. The Ethereal Crucifix is interesting, but I don't think we want to go for a long mission. This time around, I think we... let's see, what do we do? We've only got 3 heroes on this roster currently who are capable of going on apprentice missions. And one of them we just recruited. So let's see. We might end up needing to get rid of someone at some point. It might have to be one of our Vestals. Which is a shame, because then it means it's going to be either Papon or Dururi. We're going to keep Ide on the squad here, or on the roster. Ide was our original Vestal. We're keeping them if we can. So Dururi and Papon are the options now. And Papon has some good quirks, but also some negative ones. I guess it's a matter of who we put more into. And I would wager that has arguably been Papon. How much we put into their weapon and armor. But that's for another time. Right now, we're going on a veteran mission. Probably gonna do a shorter one this time around. So let's try and get some more crests and go to the Warrens. Get a bit of exploration done there. Pick up another Book of Rage we can probably sell off, but we'll get more deeds as well. So, who do we bring with us to the Warrens this time around? Who indeed, who indeed. Well, let's bring, Warrens. Yeah, we can bring Shabam. Shabam's pretty good in the Warrens. You're an adventurer. and a Scrounger there, so we'll have more chances to scout and less stress. Who else do we bring? Mortimer. Bring Mortimer. They can get some blights going, at least on the middle there, and same with Shabam. And some bleeds. Let's go ahead and bring Crimson Fikir. Crimson and Shabam tend to stick together. And Dwai could be good to bring at the back of that formation there. Or Varal, considering how many beasts there are there. Varal could be good too. This is a bit of a tough one. Could also bring Pashal. No, I think we'll bring Varal. We don't use Varal very often. We'll bring them along with us. Now, let's go ahead and get everyone equipped here. So, Crimson Fikir. You're going to go ahead and give you Book of Constitution, more Blight and Disease Resistance, and the Bleeding Pendant for more bleed skill chance. Mortimer. Yes. Before we do anything else, let's go ahead and make sure that we have everything sorted out here. Then we'll start equipping these things on the people. The Bleeding Pendant and the Book of Constitution. I may have already unequipped and sorted all this stuff before I did any of this, but now I have done it twice. So there we go. Now, we'll give Mortimer the Padlock of Transference, the skills in their human form, and then we'll give them the Archer's Ring. That ought to do some good there. Well, actually, they have evasive, so we can just give them even more accuracy at the cost of potentially less. Because of their evasive quirk, this will give them +3 dodge, essentially, and then +10 accuracy on the range skills, which would be Manacles and Beast's Bile. So, even better. Now, Shabam. We could give them the Dark Tambourine, but instead, we're going to give them the Ancestor Scroll. They don't really have any healing skills, but Shabam does have Inspiring Tune, which reduces stress, and the Ancestor Scroll gives +25% stress skills, so that'll help out there. And in addition to that, what else do we have that we can give them? We can give them the Bloody Dice, but I think we're going to give them the Lucky Dice for more dodge and accuracy. And then Viral. What do we give you? I believe we give you the... I don't remember what we gave you in the first place, but let's see, what can we give you that would be good for you? Quick reflexes. We could give you the Archer's Ring, up your ranged accuracy. And then, I suppose we could give you a Bleed Stone. Put your speed back to 6, but gives you good benefits. Alright. And this team is called the Howlers. Alright, you know, I'm alright with this team. I'm alright with this party. Let's send in the Howlers. Take a stack and a quarter of food. Well, a stack and a third of food, rather. Because this is a veteran mission. Take another medicinal herb. 3 bandages. 3 antivenoms, 2 keys, 2 holy waters. We'll take 3 laudanum just because we know horror is a thing. And we'll take a stack and a half of torches this time around. And we'll take 3 shovels. I think that'll be good. Let's go ahead and embark. Back into the warrens we go. Warrens. These tunnels are often blocked by piled stones and bodies. It's dirty work to remove them by hand.
To prosecute our war against the swine, we must first scout their squalid homes.
Alright. We have to explore 90% of rooms, and we start out with a very nice scout. So let's start going this way. Take the torch. And then we end up in this room. And then there's a curio here. A sack. Take the coin.
Waiting to be spent.
And here we have a trap. We have 80, 70, 80, and 100% trap. Disarming chance. Go with the sure thing. And now, torchlight back up. And in we go. So we have a swine spawn, a swine marcher, and a hulking swine tar. We want to get that swine spawn out of the way quick if we can. Same with that swine marcher, but still, I think the Yop would be good if we could stun them, but they have some pretty high stun resistance, so instead, let's just get them bleeding. Decent damage, get the bleeds going, and then we can hit them with the harvest here to get both of them, and we get both bleeds there. Now we can use the Hound's Harry here, potentially. But instead we're going to use the targeting whistle to set ourselves up for the next turn and drop the protection a bit. And then we'll go with the manacles to attempt a stun, which we ended up getting. Very happy about that. Vomit, good dodge, shabam. Very good dodge. Drums of debilitation, ow. Marked and lowered dodge, that's not great at all. And the drums of doom.
Exposed to a killing blow.
Yikes. And then let's go with another harvest here. And again we get the bleeds. Vomit. Ow. Gross. Resisted the debuff. No disease there. Glad to see that. Let's go with the beast bile now. Right. We have blight for 3 and a bleed for 9 on this hulking swine tar. And a bleed for 6 and a blight for 3 on this swine marchers. The marcher's not going to be a problem. They're going to die at their next on their next turn. So let's go for the Hound's Rush here. Well, actually, let's keep the mark going and drop that protection even further. Yeah, now the Hound's Rush will really dig into him. The Wicked Hack could do some good damage as well. So, although we could use if it bleeds and keep that bleed going even higher. You know what? We're going to do it. Bleed for 12. Very nice. Oof. Good resist.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Alright, now... Actually, the damage over time effects will take care of them. So let's just go for the Hound's Rush on the Swine Spawn. Alright, dodge that. Fair enough. And we'll go for a Harvest. It's a blight of a bleed of 15 and a blight of 3. That's 18 damage. Easy damage. Alright. They're stunned. And now they're gone. Now the swine tar is gone as well.
This expedition at least promises success.
Bone altar. A dark altar with skulls prominently on display. A strange power can be felt in its presence. I doubt the blood's going to do anything, but we don't really need more blood, as we have a lot at the hamlet already. Yep, had no effect. Let's see what happens. Plus 15% damage, plus 10 accuracy, and plus 5% crit until camp. Very good to have on Crimson. Very glad to have that. Glad to have that on its own, but even better to have on Crimson, I would argue. So, let's go up this way. Since we have to worry about fewer obstacles if we go this way. We'll just use that. Bring ourselves back to the map. Head over here. Then we'll go over this way. We'll actually take this battle. Both of them are stealthed. We cannot hit them, that's fine. Spasms of the entrails. Here comes the diseases.
Diminished.
Minus 20% healing skills while camping. Of all the diseases we could have gotten, that one might be the easiest to bear at this particular point. So let's go ahead and not worry about that. And let's see how much stress we can get rid of here. 13. That's not bad.
The blood quickens.
Right, so now then, let's go ahead and use the Hound's Harry. That'll cut through the stealth and still attack both those swine spawn back there. And the vomit there. If it bleeds, some good damage. Keep that bleed going. Hook where it hurts. Good dodge. And another one. Crit for 14. Ouch. Lord disease resist and bleed resist. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of that at all. So let's go for the beast file here. Beast, get that one down. That one's going to die. Alright, good dodge, Shabam. Now we're going to go ahead and... yeah, you're going to die, so we don't need to worry about you. We can't hit you, so let's go with the Absolution. And then let's go with the Battle Ballad here. Give everybody a bit of a buff.
The slow death. Unforeseen.
Another hook where it hurts. Glad we healed. Didn't really change that much, but still, ow. Right, and we can actually use the Barbaric Yawp here to try and stun both of them. And we do so. So then this stealth is going to run out entirely, and they won't even get a chance to attack. Go for the Hound's Harry. Keep those bleeds going. Ow. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of that at all. But let's go for another Hound's Harry here. 2 dodges and a miss. Not happy about that. This should take them down if it hits. It does. Right. They're bleeding. They're stunned. Good there. Let's try and stun this one.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its
Knocked him into the range with a bleed. Took him down. Not gonna be upset about that. We'll go for the Wicked Hack here. We pick up the kill. We're good.
Destroy them all.
A jute tapestry. A coarse, time-worn weaving bearing... No, coarse, time-worn weaving bearing invocations of unutterable alienage. Well then. I don't see why I wouldn't take that, given the value. And you know what, we're actually... yeah, just in case, we're actually going to heal up Crimson with some food there. Right, and here we're going to go ahead and give Viral the opportunity to get this.
Trinkets and
And we get the food right back, so
paid for in blood.
let's heal up Mortimer with it. And now torch, bring the light back up, and into this room battle we go. Spawn, a Marcher, and 2 Corpse Eaters. It seems as if everyone's going before us this time. Oh, not quite everyone. Alright, well, now then. Let's go ahead and just get this going. Up everyone's speed, accuracy, and crit.
Beyond one's limits.
Go for the Hound's Harry. And then we'll go for the Wicked Hack here. Knocks him down to 1, of course. And then, there we go. Beast's Smile. Take him down. And we've got 2 damage over time effects on that drummer, the Swine Muncher. Now let's go ahead with the Manacles. We get the stun on the Corpse Eater, so then they'll be dead. They're stunned, so their next turn, the next action will be nothing, so they're going to take 2 points of bleeding damage from that, which will knock them down to 2 health, and then on the following turn, they'll die to the bleed anyway. You don't have to worry about them anymore. Instead, let's up the Battle Ballad. Drum of Doom. Good full team dodge. Very happy with that. Let's go with the Hound's Rush on the Swine Spawn in the back. Yep, the bleed will take them out, given enough time. And we can go for the Wicked Hack, but instead we're going to go for if it bleeds on this Swine Marcher, and that takes care of that.
Faint hope blossoms.
The corpse almost rotted away right there. Alright, let's go for an inspiring tune on the Crimson. I'm getting a bit high in stress for my liking. Go for the Hound's Rush. And let's go for the Wicked Hack here, just to bring some time. Or to burn some time, not to bring some time. And then Absolution here to get rid of some stress and bring up Mortimer's health a bit. There we go.
By inches.
Take what we can and leave it. No scout, that's alright. Go ahead and use the key. We've got 4 of them now.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Take the crest since we can. A lot of portraits here and some busts. We don't really need all of that though. So let's go ahead and move down this way. We'll have Viral do the trap. We'll use some holy water on this pile here. Don't really need that. Well, 2 of these would be better than 1 emerald. And put the torchlight up. And we'll go this way. And again, we use the holy water. Grab the coin. I guess we can take the blood. We'll swap it off if we find something better. And then we bring the light back up.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
And then this should be the last room that we have to go to. You know what? We'll just loot it. Yeah, loot.
Finding
there we go.
the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried
We
home.
want Crimson since they're low on health. And then into this final room, at least room, the last room that we have to go into. And nothing else really great here. We haven't found any hallways with the secret room in them. Now, we could check out that last room, go through that last hallway battle, but I think we're actually good. I think we're actually pretty good with what we've gotten done here, so let's go ahead and return to the hamlet.
The swine folk's labyrinth may yet prove to be navigable.
Perhaps it will. Get a decent bit of stuff out of that. That jute tapestry as well. sold for a lot. And a full stack of crests, which we did need, and a few more deeds, which we also needed. I'm not going to complain about that. That brings Mortimer up to level 5. They're now a champion. So we need to get them cured of those spasms of the entrails. Crimson Figuer now has Resolution in place of Thin-Blooded, which just doesn't canonically make sense. We know Crimson, but whatever. Shabam has Ennui. We'll get rid of that if we can. And then Viral has Antsy, plus 20 stress when idle in town for a week. Gonna have to get rid of that. And Wheeled Adventurer in the place of Hot to Trot. Not exactly too upset about that trade.
A fresh irritant to some. A sanguine memory to me.
Alright. So let's get to the sanitarium here. We'll take care of the Ennui on Shabam, the spasms of the entrails on Mortimer. Crimson's good. And then we will send Viral to get rid of that Antsy quirk, because we don't want them constantly just stressing out while they're in the hamlet. We still need plenty more in terms of crests and deeds for either the weaponsmithing or armorsmithing upgrades. We only need about 8 more crests for one of them, but we're going to need many, many more deeds. And as for the guild, we need only 3 more portraits, but we need almost double. In fact, we need more than that. We need double the amount of crests we currently have, and then 2 more on top of that. So that's going to be rough to get that. But once we get that, we can fully upgrade the stagecoach. Speaking of which, we have Damours and Hughes, the Adventurer, Jester, and Flagellant. And then we also have a Houndmaster, Leper, Jester, and Vestal, and yet another Jester. A lot of Jesters on this wagon. Or on this stagecoach. So speaking of wagons, let's check out the Nomad wagon. We have a Protection Stone, a Bleed Stone, a Bleed Charm, and a Dodge Stone. We don't need any of those. So let's go ahead and unequip all trinkets, sort by rarity, and then we can sell off one of these Books of Rage, since we already have 2. Sort by rarity, get everything flush. There we go. Alright. Then that is going to go ahead and do it for this episode of Darkest Dungeon. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you haven't already, if you want to see more content like this, or the other kinds of content that we put out on the channel. We're going to keep that coming, so don't worry about that. Hit the notification bell so that you receive notifications whenever we upload a new video. Leave a comment on the video, it helps us out a lot, it really, really does. Also, remember to leave a comment if you want to have one of the heroes on this roster named after you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!